So, I'm going to talk about somebody else, not me. Somebody's story who does everything for us, who makes us ready, and then gets no credit. So let's talk about the women from our own houses, our own communities. What is their status? What we are doing for them? Are we really thanking to them? So think about women like Jhansi Ki Rani. Have you heard about Indira Gandhi, Sarojini Naidu, Lata Mangeshkar, Kiran Bedi, Ahilyabai Holkar, Savitribai Phule? All these women, if you heard, what comes in our mind? That they made so much of impact in our society. They did everything what we are doing today. So think about Savitribai Phule. He was officially the first teacher in India who teaches girls' education. That's the reason you all are sitting here. If Savitribai Phule has not had a courage to do all these things, probably we would not be here. So I think we all should feel that all these women, Kalpana Chawla, Sunita Williams, all these are proud of our nations. And we all take their pictures in our rooms, in our schools, in our colleges, in our companies, and then we get a lot of inspirations. But there is one who's helping all of us. That is our own mother. We are not thanking them. So let's talk about the women that we work on. So this is a story of thousands of women, millions of women who are our own mother, our sisters, our grandmothers, and what is their status. So think about mother. So you all, when you get up, your mother is already up, right? She cleaned the house. If you are in a village, she cleaned the animal sheds. She milked the cow, milked the buffalo. She does everything. She cook food for all of us. And then we all get up. And then we say, Mama, where is my uniforms? Where is my shoes? Right? And we all think about that. The mama is the one where everybody will ask questions. The father gets up and says, can you make a tea? I have to get ready for my work. Then he will have a tea. Then he will go out and talk to the friends. All leisure time, chit chat, doing nothing. My mother will do all the school. The kids will go to school. Then the mother will do all other work. And then finally, if they have to go for a walk, let's say they are a daily wages, they go to a construction site, they are a housemaid, they go and do all those work. And if they are in the rural areas, they go to the farmland. So they crop, they seed the sows, they harvest the crops. There's so many things that they do throughout the day, and nobody is thinking about that. So, and they have the minimum powers. So all the pictures that you see, all are these women who are entrepreneurs. So think about women. Are we having any kind of financial power in hand of these women? So let's say your mother decides that she want to buy a new uniforms or a new dress for a marriage in your house or in your relations. Then where she get the money? She has to ask the father, right? She has to ask or she has to ask somebody else who's a male member of our family. Then she do not have a financial freedom. So if the women do not have the financial capacity, then she is not part of any decision making process in our family. She is always dependent on either father or a brother or a husband or son, anybody. Right? So that is the reason we talk about the women these are the women who are the entrepreneurs. And think about the women who works almost 14 to 16 hours a day. Right? She gets up the first and she sleep at the last. She eat at the last, right? Think about this mother. I think we all should, think about that and what is their status, how much we do for those women. So this is the condition of the women, especially in the North India. And the condition is not different in other part of the country because I have been working in 3,500 villages in India. And I personally visited more than 500 villages across. And from Rajasthan to Assam, from Punjab to Tamil Nadu, I have seen the conditions are almost same. But some of the states like Rajasthan, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, the condition is much, it's not really encouraging. So women does all the work, they are not allowed to go out, right? If they have to go and buy something, then either she take her daughter or a son or a husband or a mother-in-law along with them. She cannot go to a market and do negotiation because she has never got any opportunity. And women always think that I should not talk to anybody. I should not talk to anybody outsider. I should not go alone. I should not have my own dreams. I am just to take care of the family. Right? That's what typically the mothers think like that. But think about if we give them opportunity, they can become Indira Gandhi, they can become Sushma Swaraj, they can become, Nirmala Sitharaman, who's our finance minister, who's managing in entire country's economy, right? So Nirmala Sitharaman, think about it, she is a typical housewife and she is only taking care of household work and the children. What we would have been India is the world's 5th largest economy in the world. That's what the women can do. So I think we should give the opportunity. The International Labour Organization says that women does 3 times more than the men does the care work in our houses, right? So they just do little work. And I being a male, my wife is also sitting here. I'm just talking about that. When I started doing all these things, when I started realizing these things, I empowered my own wife. Let me put it this way. So she is now financially independent. She runs her own business. She's a president and the secretary of our organization. She manages the account and HR and admin, all the finance things. I does all the things. What typically the men in our families does, in the villages does, they solve all the problems. They solve how Russia and Ukraine war can be stopped, right? They solve the problem, the Bihar, who should be the best chief minister. They think about how Modi can be defeated, right? So that's what typically the men does. They go and in the chopal, they sit there and talk about all the politics, all the big problems. They don't think about शाम को क्या बनेगा. शाम को क्या बनेगा इससे हमें कोई मतलब नहीं. The mother will take care of all these things. Whether do we have the enough things to cook something? Or tomorrow we have to go to a parent-teacher meeting in a school, whether he has a time to go and meet the teachers. So that's what I think we need to think about. The mother, we all should go back home and give, thank you them, hug them as much as possible. So they are doing so much of things for us. So think about the formal sector, the corporate sectors. The 70% men are working in a formal sector, but only 10% women are part of the corporate sector, which is formal, which is a proper company. So agriculture is not part of it. The small size businesses that we do, tailoring, beauty parlor, vegetable shop, food counter, all these things is not part of it. So only 10% women get chance to get a PF, ESIC, health insurance, all those kind of facilities from the government. So I think the India needs a lot of things. It really want to be a Viksit Bharat by 2047. I think we all should do that. And I'm sure you all girls sitting in front of the seats, you will lead this country. You will make, our own family financially independent. So think about a women not showing their face when you go and meet them. And I go there every day almost. And I see so many updates because we work in 17 states in India and we get so many updates from our different projects. And I see the same picture in every WhatsApp group update which I'm getting from my team. The women is always covering their face. That somebody is coming from outside, they should not talk. When we tell them, what do you want? What do you want to be? No, sir, I'm okay. I'm taking care of my house and all. That's all my life. But we tell them all the dreams, what they can have. You can earn money and you can actually give better life to your children. You can give better life to your family. You can think about everything. So that's how those deep-rooted socio-culture, things that we have in our society where the problems are not reaching to them actually. So when you go to a village in Rajasthan, let's say, and you say, I'm working for women empowerment, I want to help the women in your society, then the men says, tell me what do you do that? How much will you pay to us, right? They will not ask you that what is the problem the women are facing. No, we know all the problem, what women will tell you. They don't know everything. We will tell you what you will offer, then we will tell our families. So that's how typically it happens. So that the women remain always marginalized and they don't have freedom for dreams, freedom for choices. So the limited access, the women have no education is provided, no skill development facilities are provided. I'm not talking about the Gurgaon, and you guys are lucky that you are part of this school. I think you are one of the best school that I could see, the philanthropic school, and you are in the right hand. But think about 200 kilometer or 100 kilometer from here, or I would say Delhi NCR villages, where the girls are not allowed to go after 10th class or after 12th class. They hardly 28% girls go for higher education. They complete their graduations. So remaining 72% women, they get married and go to their in-laws' house. So I think we should think about that. And then the women always remain out of the decision-making process. So we need to think about that. And typically this number shows how much is the loss in our family, I'll tell you. If one woman start working at the age of 25 years and she worked till 60 years of age, right? She will earn at least 3 crore to 5 crore rupees in their life, in this duration. And if we are not allowing our mother to work or the women to work or earn money, we have so much of money that we are losing. The India will not become third largest economy in the world. So what the lesson? Lesson is that we should empower the women. We should give them all the opportunities. We make them financially, aware. We should create them opportunities that women can do something. They can also start dreaming. So that's what is my lesson. And the World Bank also says the Indian women contribute only 17% in the Indian economy, which is the GDP. So I think we have 50% of the population still waiting to contribute for the country. And the India has to wait almost 82 years to get a 33% reservation in the parliament. Why not 50%? Because the population is almost 50%. And what we can do, just create those awareness. We should go to the villages, communities, tell them what all they can do. And that's what we are doing. And give them exposure, give them business opportunity, give them skill development opportunity. The women open their own enterprises. And we have many women, 6,000 plus women, open their own enterprises and are earning 55 crore rupees every year. These are the typical housewives. And I think we all should work together to make India a developed nation by 2040, or I would say before that. So let's collaborate, let's work together, and let's make our mother or the female women empowered. Thank you so much.